Hi, everyone. Man, the universe is doing me dirty. And I don't know why, because I think I've been pretty good lately. I didn't get any coal in my stocking. Like, so listen to this shit. So today's Sunday. Thursday, I wake up and I suddenly just feel sick. It ended up being a 24-hour bug, but I forgot that those even existed because it has been so long since I had a 24-hour bug. I would have 20, so like those would happen to me in my 20s. I would get like not a ton of them, but whenever I got sick in my 20s, it was just for like the 24 hours. It was so weird. And then, the older you get, the more that life throws at you. And then like your sicknesses like get prolonged a bit. And then you get different shit coming into your body because of all the stress you're under, because of all the fucking demands from work and life and blah, blah, blah. And then no more 24-hour bugs for you. You can get like bronchitis and COVID and all kinds of shit. But anyways, so I woke up, and when I have body aches, and I had the chills too, when both of those are happening at the same time, I cannot keep still. So I'm like sitting in my recliner and just moving my legs and rubbing my feet together, because if I sit still, it's when it's most painful, if that makes any sense, but like not painful enough, like, like not that physically painful, but still physically painful. I don't know how to put it into other words, but yeah, I did that for a bit. Like when I'm sick with 24-hour bugs, I can't get to sleep. Like some people, their body just shuts down so that they can fight off whatever it is, and then for whatever reason, like I like to just, my body's like, we're not going to sleep, we're staying up. And so, like, it doesn't matter if I take, like, trazodone, if I took Benadryl, if I took melatonin, I would not be able to get to sleep. So, I don't know if that has anything to do with why I couldn't sleep at my regular times the last few days. I don't know. But, yeah, so I had to deal with this shit awake the majority of the time, which was annoying. But anyways, I got over it. Alicia was really nice and took care of me. And there was like a 5-minute window where I was like, can I have some cuddles? And then the window closed. So as soon as the window opens, I gotta like take advantage of it. But that morning when I woke up and I had the chills and the body aches, I also projectile vomited. I don't know what the fuck was inside of me except maybe demons, because the night before I didn't have anything to eat for like hours. The only thing I had been drinking was like my water, but like, what time did I get up? It was like 11. Last time I ate something was maybe like 6 p.m. the night before. And so when I was vomiting into my handy dandy vomit basket, that's what I'm just going to call that little waste basket now. I'm throwing up in there, and it's just like weird. It just really just shot right out like The Exorcist, like if I was, if I wasn't vomiting, if I wasn't puking inside the wastebasket and I was just facing the wall, it would just be like a straight line of vomit from my mouth to the wall. I don't remember ever doing it like that before, but all of this stuff, this chunky stuff came out, and sorry for the grossness if you feel grossed out by that, but where did that shit come from? Like, I could not have had all of that in my stomach. Like, what is that? Like, all of that's undigested food? I don't think so. So I don't know where these chunks of whatever came from. So I told Alicia it was probably just like demons I vomited up or something. So weird. But anyways, so like in true autistic fashion, I go from Thursday, I'm just like, I don't want to eat anything either, because it's hard. I don't know how people like to eat when they're sick. I don't get that, because my body's like, don't put anything else inside me, but I know I need to put like water inside me and stuff like that. But so Thursday was a no-go, and then I had no idea that it was a 24-hour bug until I woke up Friday, and I'm like, I don't have anything going on with me. And then like I was like, was I really sick? Is Alicia gonna believe that I was really sick? But then that was like childhood bullshit, because my mom used to be like, you're not sick, you're lying. But yeah, so at least I caught that in time. But yeah, Friday I got up. It was as if nothing happened. And I spent the entire day doing projects around the house and organizing and stuff like that. And Alicia kept asking me throughout the day, are you okay? Like, you don't feel tired or anything? I'm like, it's as if I was never sick. I don't get it. I go from having like no energy. I just want to like lay down and like wiggle because that's the only way that I'll feel better. And then the next day, I feel my normal self again with all my normal energy. So strange. But I got a lot done that day. And what are we doing now? Okay, so now today is Saturday. Not today, but I'm moving on to Saturday, which was yesterday. And I was sleeping in bed. Basically, Alicia, like, her family celebrates the holidays late every year. It's never on time, but this is the first week of January, and we were able to get all the gifts to her family, like, within the first week. That's, like, a record, because it never happens that soon. But, her family lives, like, an hour and 20 minutes or an hour and a half away, and basically her sister and the kids, and, like, I don't know. It's like her family's not the greatest, but her sister is, the kids are, and her two brothers, they're nice, but her mom and her stepdad are just like, ugh, not good people. Well, the mom is. I shouldn't say that. Her mom is like pretty decent, but she's not like a good mom. She's just not a mom. She doesn't know how to be a mom. And so Alicia does not like seeing her. It's just like being cordial and blah, blah, blah. So when Alicia told me she was going to bring all the gifts down on Saturday, on Friday, one of my jobs was to wrap all the presents. So every year, Alicia, there's like so many kids. Alicia takes the boxes, because we have so many, and puts each kid's presents and each adult's presents in their own box. That's how many people are in her family. That's how many crazies are out there. And don't worry, she knows they're crazy. Not all of them. And so I figured if I wrapped them all, I would be doing my duty, my due diligence. If I would wrap all the presents and she brought them down, that meant I wouldn't have to go, because I don't like going down there. I don't like all those children. But it actually wasn't so bad, because the children have now grown up. Like, her sister's two girls. One's going to be 15 and the other one's like 11 or something, maybe 10 or 11. And they're like two little adults. And so anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. So I was trying to get out of going, basically. I did not know that those kids were like little adults. Like, I knew they kind of were, but not like to the extent that they were yesterday. So my plan was to stay up until I was like really, really, really tired, which was like 5 or 6 in the morning, and then go to bed. And then by the time I got up, Alicia would have already taken all of the gifts out of the house and put them in her car and would be delivering them to her family, and I wouldn't have to go down there. That was my plan. Like, talk about passive, man. I just didn't want to go. She knew I didn't want to go. She wasn't going to make me. But I figured I would wake up and then be like, oh, why didn't you wake me? I wanted to go. But she knows that's bullshit. After all these years, she knows that's bullshit. But so she woke me up anyways, and I could tell that she wanted me to go, but she was still like, you don't have to. And I don't know why she was like pushing for me to kind of go, because she knows I don't like to. But sorry that this sounds so rude too. Like, you're supposed to see your spouse's family. But like, does it count if your spouse doesn't even really want to see their family? I don't know. But we like her sister and the kids. And so I decided to go. And I know I talked last time about like how knowing that I'm autistic made the trip down there way easier. I think that this time it was like double as easier as last time, because this time I did something that I don't remember doing last time. I don't think I did. I got my big skull bag. It's not big. It's not a big. Sorry about all the mouth noises. I gotta drink something. Sorry. I have this like, somebody made it for me years ago at work. It's like kind of like denim, but not like 80s denim. And then there's like skulls, and then like it's got handles or whatever. It's like kind of like a medium-sized bag. I put a bunch of shit in there. kind of like a diaper bag, but for adults. And it had toilet paper in a baggie because I have to plan for getting stranded. And we were in the middle of like a winter snow watch thingy. It hadn't snowed yet, but I have to plan for breakdowns because if you listen to my prior episodes, I broke down a lot when I was in the military. I had like one car a year because I didn't know how to take care of my shit. So I was always planning for breakdowns. And so I brought to her sister's yesterday in my bag toilet paper inside of a baggie so that the toilet paper doesn't get dirty. Because if I have to pop a squat, last time I did that, I didn't have toilet paper. Oh, wait, no, I did. Oh, yeah, I've never not had toilet paper. Yep. Okay, so there's that. That's important. And then tissues, I put that inside of a little baggie too because my nose just runs all the time. It's like I have coke nose. Like, I've never done cocaine, but my nose is always running. Like summer, spring, winter, it doesn't matter. And tissues are hard to come by sometimes. And then I had something called healing balm, like HEALING, healing balm. It's this little thing. I call it like it's like a little, no, container, circle container. It's tiny, but it's like magical. You take this little ointment and you put it on something that like some muscle that aches or something. And within like half an hour to an hour, you don't feel it aching anymore. It is no wonder it's so expensive. So that's like magical. So I brought that with me because you never know if you're going to need that. And then I brought what I don't like calling them house shoes because that sounds like something older people would say, but I brought my Adidas indoor shoes where I just slip them in and out because her family, it's like 20 degrees colder where her family lives and like the floors are really cold on my feet. And I've never brought my own thing of like, they don't have any offered. Like in Japan, people would have them offered for you. Like I loved going over to people's homes because they always had a set of like slippers for you. But they don't do that in America. So I brought my own shoes and I didn't have to have cold feet this time. And other things I put in the bag, I had like 3 candy canes left over from Christmas and I knew I wanted to eat those. I put a box of Spree because why not? But also, I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, so I need my pacifiers in the car because it used to be smoking a bunch of cigarettes in the car on the way to her family's and then back, and poor Alicia had to suffer. So I don't smoke anymore, so I eat candy. I also put in a metal fidget spinner that I have, a pack of gum, and marijuana. I had edibles because I took an edible like halfway down to deal with the kids. It's so horrible, but you know, like there's so many children. And I also had like a couple of joints and a lighter in case that was for like if we got stranded. I wanted to have a good time. Like I'm not about to get stranded and then wait for an edible to kick in. Like I don't know. My mind is weird sometimes. But anyways, so that bag of goodies helped me get through that day. I didn't even have a bad day down there. I didn't feel stressed. I didn't feel anxious. I had good conversations with her sister's girls who are definitely autistic. And I was surprised. It was actually pretty decent. We only had to deal with her mom for like 10 minutes when we went to her mom's house. So it wasn't bad. But then like on the way home, there was a snowstorm coming in, so we had to deal with that. But we got back before a whole foot of snow got dumped on us. And so there's that I brought that up because I thought that was a successful trip or visit or whatever you want to call it. It was the first time I didn't have any negative thoughts of when is this going to be over? Or, oh my God, I don't want to be here. Like, so I think that's a sign of growth too. Because I never used to like, it just, I hated like going places where I did not want to go, but you have to do things like you have to see your spouse's family. It's just, you can't avoid them forever. And so I was kind of proud of myself. I didn't realize it until I got home and told Alicia. I was like, oh, I actually like had a decent time, and I think maybe because I brought a bag of like stuff to kind of help me through, that I didn't even feel like really anxious or anything. I don't know. I was just pretty proud of myself because that's never happened before. And so I just wanted to share that. And then the last thing I want to talk about is a client. Oh, I had to do something gross. Hold on. Sorry, I just got up and Alicia's going to like, she's out for a little bit. So I thought I would take advantage and like record an episode real quick. But anyway, sorry about that. So I have this client that I did this. It's just a rando. It's not a regular client. It was a $500 job. I did this back in the middle of November, and now it's like the beginning of January. And I don't know if I mentioned this guy or his book, but he basically, it was a book called like, no, I won't say the title, but it was about conspiracy theorists and how they're not wrong and how Trump is like a god. It was just ridiculous. I almost didn't edit it, but the content wasn't, it wasn't like, I don't know how to explain it. I was willing to edit it. I can set my feelings and stuff aside about how I feel about dump Trump and all that bullshit. But like clients like that, I know this is going to sound mean either way I say it, but like clients who like write shit like that, they tend to not be nice clients. And I took the job anyways. I shouldn't have took it. I should have listened to my gut. Oh my God. Don't ever not listen to your gut. Something made me think like, oh, maybe this isn't a good one, but it was like an easy $500. His book wasn't that hard to go through and fix. So I did it, right? Just like any other job I do. I did the work, got paid, moved on. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, a couple of days ago, I get this notification because this was a guy through Upwork, that platform I use. So I get an email from them saying that that client like notified their bank about something and asked for a chargeback of that $500. Does anybody know what a chargeback is? So I did my research, and I hope I did good research, because my conclusion was chargebacks are basically people who, they're like fraudsters, they're shysters, they're like shady people. And there's something called friendly fraud. I did not know about that. It's like buyer's remorse kind of stuff. Then there's criminal fraud. And so my conclusion, like I said, for chargeback is that the only reason somebody does it is because like I don't know, I wouldn't say the only reason, but it seems like people do it mostly not because they made a mistake in what they purchased and they want their money back, but because they got what they wanted and they want their money back anyways. And boy, was I pissed. Because I haven't done anything. Like, why is the universe doing me dirty like this, man? Like, you give me a 24-hour bug and, like, keep me down and out. I could have had so many things done that day. But, you know, whatever. So, I didn't do anything that day. But I did have a good trip to her family. And then, you want to throw me, like, this chargeback bullshit? This means, because basically, I have to pay that $500 back. Upwork is going to take it from whatever earnings go into my little money box and the platform, whatever money I get paid from a client is going to go directly to them until they get the $500 to give to the client's bank. And then it could take 90 days for the rebuttal that I had to submit. Like, so basically, I just did all that work for free because I have to pay back $500 that I rightfully earned. I rightfully earned that money and I have to pay it back, and I have done nothing wrong. Do you know how unjust that is? I don't understand why people do this shit. They suspended him because they do have, like, in their terms of service, sorry, why am I talking? Their terms of service, there's something in there about you're likely to get your account suspended if you do a chargeback, because even Upwork knows that that's not like, that's just shady people. So his account is suspended. But even if I had a chance to, like, if I had way to contact him, he wouldn't write me back because he's doing this shit because he's shady. And so I woke up today and, you know, so anyways, I get my, I have a regular client. I'm really sorry about my talking. I have a regular client and he sends me a monthly $600 job. So I have 500 that I have to pay back to Upwork for no good reason other than this guy is a fucking asshole. And then Upwork takes their percentage of what's left. So maybe I'll get $70 for 2 entire books I have to edit. They're not like hard books. They're really easy. It's like easy money every month, but still, like, it's good news and bad news. I was like, yay. And then when I saw the job and I was like, oh man. So at least like I got one job that they'll take the money from instead of me having to be sad for having multiple jobs and seeing all the money disappear from multiple jobs. I really hope this is making sense. I'm really surprised by my attitude about this today because I woke up and I just accepted it, and I'm not going to do poor work on that client's books because he doesn't know what's going on. It's not his fault, and I'm not going to take it out on him. So I'm going to do his books like I always do, knowing that I'm going to see very little money, but he doesn't know that. And that's just the way that it has to happen because I don't believe in doing other people, like, I don't believe in doing other people dirty just because something bad happened to me. But it's just, I don't know why this happened, and it bothers me when things like this happen, because I talked about, and it's not just with clients, these are just examples, that happens with like other stuff too, but you know, stuff like this pops up once in a while, and I don't know, like, why do I have to deal with this? Like, do I not have enough going on in my life where you have to throw this shit in and basically be like, ha, you're going to have to pay back all that money you did for that work? I don't know. It just seems unfair. And I don't understand why why people who want to take advantage of others and don't take people's feelings into consideration, sociopaths, like just people who leech off of others, why do you have to be that way? Like, why do the people that do the right thing end up being the ones that suffer? I don't think that's fair. I don't know why this happens, and I wish it didn't happen. But in this situation, there's nothing I can do about it. I just wanted to just vent about it a little bit, but I'm not even really angry about it. Like, I was so livid when this happened. Oh my God, I should have gotten on then and recorded. I try to remember. It doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. I try to record when things are like in progress, but you know, I have other pressing things on my mind, like my emotions. So I feel okay about this now. And I'm kind of not sure how I feel about that. Does this mean that this is growth or what? And so, like, do you see how easily it is to overthink? Because I will pick apart everything. So that's all I wanted to say for today. I'm still COVID free because, by the way, Alicia was like, do you feel like you got hit by a Mack truck when I was sick on Thursday? And she was like so excited about it. And I'm like, no. She's like, well, you said that you feel like, you know, you can't move. And I'm like, I don't feel like that. I was like, bitch, go get one of those tests in the closet and I'll take it. And it was negative, the at-home COVID test. I was like, booyah. Oh no, I said that. That was from the 80s. I did say it though. And I told her I am still a COVID dodger. So, haha on you. I still don't have COVID. I don't know where that came from. I need to get off of this episode. I hope this was relatable. Today is Sunday. I really, 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 really would like this week to go exactly the way that I want it to go. Routine, everything. So I'll let you know how that goes. But anyways, thank you for listening. I hope that some of this was relatable, and goodbye.